Excuse me. Morning, everybody. Hope you are all doing well. Hey, what's up, last one? How you doing, bro? Today we are hopefully finishing this build so I can get the full video guide out there, or full video showcase out there. Hopefully we can get all the 6-man content done today. How you been? Oops, let's swap that chest. Yeah, my game dev studio this week is launching our next major patch. And, I've just been, like, I had my nephews in town, and then followed by this patch being released, and I've just been so fucking busy. But most of my work is wrapping up on the patch, so I can finally breathe and play the game. I really want to start grinding the game a lot for 0.5, but I've just been too busy. But we release the patch this Friday, hopefully, so once it's out, you know, it'll be like a week of, like, monitoring, like, the community, and if we get bugs and stuff, and having to fix those. But then it should be, like, full PoE 2 vacation until 0.5. The card game? Yeah. Card collection simulator. We have our patch 0.3 we're releasing hopefully this week. Hopefully. But yeah, it's been... Anytime we get close to a major release of a patch, and we're a small team, you know, it just becomes a lot of work. It's a lot of bug and play testing this close to a release of a patch, and then having to rebalance stuff, and... becomes a thing.
I'm not ready yet. I'm not ready yet.
Hey, what's up, Herm? Do you have any idea what you're going to be league starting in 0.5, last one?
I'm not ready yet.
Like, obviously, so if a new skill comes, that changes everything for a lot of people, but some people aren't that way. Like, I'm pretty sure Rabbit doesn't give a fuck about any of the melee weapons coming. I'm pretty sure he's league starting some caster build, like, every league from here on out. We already have all the caster ascendancies in. Or weapons in, at least. Dual-wielding swords? See, I don't know if I'll end up actually league starting Gladiator itself. If it, like, let's say Swords comes. I could see me league starting Witch Hunter and playing Swords on a Witch Hunter. But, oh, am I not on the right mic? Let me fix that. I just went live. Let me check. Let's see here. Oh yeah, that's definitely not the right mic. That is definitely not the right mic. Un momento. Noob streamer, hold on. Oops. Okay, it should be on the new mic now? I'm not sure. Hey, what's up, Rabbit? Good morning, everybody. Or good afternoon. What'd you say? Not really. I have no. I have ideas, but GGG. Oh yeah. I mean, yeah. You never know what the patch is gonna do. Question for you, Rabbit. I know you've played this play style. This is one I've been asking the stream a lot while playing this build. I'm doing Adonia's Ego Cheese on this build. With like the gear swaps and everything. How bad do you think Adonia's Ego is getting nuked in the patch? Because there's a debate that, like, some people think it's not gonna get deleted, but I think there's no way it survives the patch. You don't think they noticed, really? Interesting. That's the first time I've actually heard. I think Blade said he might not. He hopes they don't think they notice. It is like that's where my head is at. Is it doesn't get nerfed because of like how tedious it is to set up, like the whole gear swap. So that's where it's like maybe they're like okay with it existing, but the damage you can achieve with it is pretty fucking insane. Yeah. There's a constant debate on whether Adonia's is going to get nerfed or not on my channel. I hope it doesn't, because this is like it has transformed Thorns into having like an ultra late game play style. So like Thorns has like 3 phases now. It's like a lot like a PoE 1 build where you have like these transformations where like the gearing completely changes 4 or 5 different times, and this is like really fun, obviously, but it's expensive. I love Double Blink, by the way. I'll never not play a Double Blink again.
I'm not ready yet. I'm not ready.
Yeah, getting the buff every map is super fucking annoying. It is super annoying. Alright, let's showcase some bosses. Yeah, we got the buff to 15 minutes one time, so we didn't have to worry about swapping it in temple as much. This build can, funny enough, handle a... We actually did test a group temple. Never mind, we tested a 70-room group temple. Later in the stream, we're going to be trying to do all the 6-man group stuff. We're going to be trying to do every... pinnacle on 6-man. Let's do some Uber Arbiters, I guess. Which one I need secondary? Yeah, that's where my head was at. It was like, does GGG allow it because it's such a pain in the ass to set up, or is it a situation where GGG nerfs it to protect players from themselves? I don't think very many people want to do this. Like, it's not that, I mean, sometimes it's cool. And we've min-maxed the fuck out of it with our extra gear swap. We have, like, a giga gear swap going on. We've maximized quality, so we're getting, I think it's 21% per charge. Like, we've gotten it super min-maxed. Let's get everything on. Boots. Shield. Neck. Hey, what's up, Blade? Ring. Okay, swaps with a quality chest. And fish for the double buff. I do still remember all the swaps. It's been a long time. Oh, there we, very quick double buff. Perfect. Alright, remember to go back to that weapon for this fight. Make sure I'm still res cap. Okay, I'm assuming I'm gonna die here. I haven't played this game in like a week, so I'm probably gonna just fall on my face. I always suck with Blink on this fight. Look at that, 423,000 top end Thorns, 100% crit chance, and 850% bonus. Sheesh. We are res cap. Alright, let's go. Alright, gotta remember Ice Storm and Bone Storm. Oh, perfect. He's instantly doing fireball. Later, dude. Alright, give me instant donut. Give me instant donut. Not instant donut. That was a good Thorns hit. 10 million for that one? Come on, dude. Damn. Our kill times, when we played, the kill time difference, I forgot how fast we've gotten the phase 2 kills. Ooh, diamond. Our phase 2 kills used to be like 2 minutes. We're like casually killing them in 3 hits now. Yeah, the title of this video will definitely have meaningful combat or the vision someplace in it. I think I'm going to have the title be, this is PoE 2's real vision, and then have Try's face in the thumbnail looking really angry. I think that'd be the perfect thumbnail. Do we identify it? Sure. Shard Scavenger. Oh, no. That goes to the Hall of Shame. Where's my Hall of Shame tab? There you are. Alright. Man, I forgot how juicy this build got. We bodied Arbiter there. Okay. Let's do some more maps. Keep carrying the Citadels. And eventually we're going to get a party. We're going to get a full 6-man so I can do a 6-man. I got to clear all the Citadels. I've got a couple someplace. We're going to do 6-man of all the Citadel bosses. Hey, what's up, Sammy? How you doing, man? I think the whole vision discussion is funny to me at this point. I don't care what the vision is at this point. I am enjoying the fuck out of the game. And I just want GGG to keep making it better. That's where my head's at with it. Like, I think everyone's vision exists in this game. If you want slow-paced, meaningful combat, there are builds out there that can fill that for you. As well. That's where my brain's at with it all. But, I'm also... I genuinely believe I am Giga biased. Like... If there is a target audience for this game, I'm over simping for the game. Like I like the game a lot, so like whatever the vision currently is, it fits what I want from the game. So I'm also just a little bit biased there. We want that on first. Okay, swap the quality chests. So what we're doing is Adonia's ego, it scales off of quality. You get more elemental damage. So we have a gear swap where we're getting 8% more quality from our belt, 8% more quality from our chest, and then we also have 5% quality on our amulet here. That's getting us 20% more quality. Our amulet also has other things that give us more power charges as well as increased duration of the buff. A lot of silly stuff going on here to maximize Adonia's ego. The Adonia's ego buff, Pinnacle of Power, it is more elemental damage, the multiplicative one, so that quality is 3% more damage. It ends up being a lot more damage. So it's actually worth the, like, Giga swap. This is the dumb part, is trying to fish with the double buff. Inside Adonia's ego, we have this gem. It's called Heightened Charges. A 20% chance for the effect of your skill to be doubled. So it doesn't just double the duration of Pinnacle of Power, it gives you double the buff. So it's really insane. It's really insane. It's a really wacky and dumb build. And I am unsure if it's getting gutted or not. Okay. And because of the way Thorns works, so we have this one passive down here for Thorns. If you never played Thorns, it's called Vengeance. 10% of Thorns damage is leeched as life. Just any Thorns damage you do, you're going to leech 10% of it of life. When you are doing 400,000 Thorns damage, critting 100% of the time, with an 847% bonus,
you're doing so much Thorns damage and 10% of that converting to life when you have fast metabolism, which, by the way, is... I believe fast metabolism is the most used passive in the game. Think like a 18% on Annoyance or something. Well, the combination of the two, when you're overflowing a leech on a multi-million hit consistently, you're pretty damn unkillable. It's just so much life leech per second. Like, you really have to be giga one-shot to die with how much damage we're doing. Now, it is Gamba Thorns. One thing to point out is, like, because we're using the Runes of Tithing, all our damage comes from Runes of Tithing. They are 1 to 100 Lightning Thorns damage. So, it has a very low bottom end. If you look at our Thorns damage, it's like 6,000 to 360,000. If we low roll there, we can die during that, of course. If we roll the 6,000 damage, we can splat. That's why it's Gamba Thorns.
I'm not ready yet.
But most of the time we are, because of 800% crit damage bonus, pretty damn hard to kill.
I'm not ready yet. I'm not ready yet. I'm not ready yet.
Okay, let's talk about the announcement, though. This is my first time getting to talk about it. I'm excited. We have a new community manager announcement at Grinding Gear Games. I think we have bitched about GGG's communication like 4 or 5 times on the podcast now. Oh, there's a boss here. So I'm giga excited about this announcement. Like, I'm so excited about this announcement. I think this is what they need so bad. Hey, what's up, Tom? Well, we're not doing, so we're doing painter's gloves. So that converts it's not all lightning damage, it converts all of our damage into tri-element. So we're doing fire, lightning, and cold damage. So we could get the lucky lightning stuff, but we'd be doing it for 1/3 of our damage now. So it unfortunately wouldn't be good in our scenario. And we can't get rid of, like, we've done so much testing on this, but with the painter's gloves, it allows us to use elemental conflux and trinity, which, like, the combination of these 3 things is just so much more damage than lucky lightning right now. Yeah, I mean, that's Adonia's, though. Adonia's is busted, but yeah, I liked her post so far too. I love how, like, Reddit is instantly analyzing her post as, like, uh-oh, she posted a video, a gif from Gladiator the movie. Does that mean swords are coming? Painters are awesome. Painters are freaking awesome. They are really good. Oh, sorry, YouTube chat. I haven't been reading you. Hey, what's up, Silent? When is the next update coming out? Do we have a date? So, my prediction is May 8th. We have no announcements yet, but the way GGD does things is there will be a teaser, which I'm expecting this week, and then the following week is an announcement, and there's a flow to it, right? And if we get the teaser this week, May 8th is when it'll be. May 15th is the latest it would be. And Miso tweeted out something. Miso made a tweet this morning saying he predicted that with the announcement of Kelly that we're getting the league May 8th or May 15th at the latest. And Kelly on Twitter, the new GGG community manager, liked the tweet. So Miso's coping out thinking that, like, because she liked the tweet, that makes, you know, at the latest May 15th is the hope right now. But it's all copium. Nothing has been confirmed yet. No confirmation at all yet. Do I not have it cleared to yet? Okay, I don't. Maybe she just likes Miso? I mean, Miso's a cool guy. He's a really cool guy. How did you get that 4-socket gloves? What 4-socket gloves? I don't have 4-socket gloves. I have 3-socket gloves. Yeah, Sammy, that's what my hope is. This week, this Thursday or whatever, we have some form of teaser from GGG, and that lines up with May 8th being the release date. Appreciate you, Gats. Was about Miso and May. Oh, Miso made a tweet predicting May 8th, May 15th as the latest, and the new GGG community manager, Kelly, liked the tweet. So Miso is coping out that his prediction is right. But still, when you have to do the setup for this build, there's these 2 little zombies that spawn. You need to kill them before you do your weapon swap, or you'll get killed. All right. So just to explain what's going on here for the people who haven't seen Adonia's Ego, it is a wand. This is literally a perfect version of this. This was gifted to us by Almost Last One in the chat. This is a 2-mirror wand as of the time that he gifted it to us. It's probably more expensive at this point. But what you want on it is obviously 3 sockets, and you want as much quality as possible. So this one has 30% quality. The quality buffs Pinnacle of Power. Pinnacle of Power, when you consume power charges, it gives you a buff that is more elemental damage. And we are only doing elemental damage with our Thorns. We have, our physical Thorns damage is nothing. It is all elemental damage. So we are putting on Red Flare Conduit with the gain power charges every second if you haven't lost one recently. So this gets us to full power charges out of combat. We are putting on Power Tread, which gives us +1 maximum power charge. We are putting on this Grip of Kulamech, which gives us +1 maximum power charge, which is duplicated by Kalandra's Touch. We are putting on a Struggle Scream, which has 4 Annoyance on it. We got +1 maximum power charge, +2 maximum power charges, +5 quality of all skills, and then 16% increased skill effect duration, and buffs on you expire 10% slower. We're putting on a Darkness Enthroned with 8% quality, and then we are swapping to the quality chest when we have the power charges and casting Pinnacle of Power. And what we're trying to, we also need to put on Arvil's Wheel, which gives us 58% increased skill effect duration, which makes our buff last as long as possible. It lasts so long right now that we can full clear the entire map with the buff. Now this is the dumb part where you have to fish for the buff. We are fishing for this to be a double buff. The base buff is 3 minutes. We want double. This seems like a really convoluted way. Yep, this is a stupid-ass build. This is a stupid-ass build. There we go. We got the double buff. Then we put back on all our normal gear. For mapping, we use Palm of the Dreamer for our AoE. Always like to check my resistances. Okay. I think everything is on. Nope, I'm missing my ring. Wrong ring. There we go. Then my damage will row. Yeah, the Adonia is perfect. We have, like, a lot of viewers have this. I don't make good currency, so a lot of this isn't my currency. A lot of viewers have donated currency and, like, crafted some of this stuff, like, for us on stream. So it has been a group effort to make this build. I would never have the currency to make a build like this. But it was end of league, and we had some silly ideas. But yes, this is literally a perfectly rolled Adonia's Ego. that's where the debate comes in, is like, this is super overpowered. Like, what this build ends up becoming for Thorns is, like, by far the best Thorns has ever been in terms of damage and survivability. We're going to be able to one-shot group Arbiter later if we get the right attack skills. And Thorns is like my best Thorns build, if you go look at my YouTube channel, was a Shaman this patch, and it was like a 3-minute Arbiter kill. Like 3 to 4 minutes, so... Hey, what's up, T-Fam? I'm super excited about the hot tub stream, too. But because it takes such a stupid-ass setup to do, I don't know if GGG is going to delete it from the game or not. Look what I am having to do at the beginning of every map. This gear swap is crazy, so, like... I don't know if GGG looks at that and thinks we need to protect the players from themselves, or they just let it... Or they think it's just bad for the game. I can see both of those being true. But they also might think it's cool. Would be fun to see you play Star Wars The Old Republic. You're talking about the MMO or like the old RPG SWTOR? Because I have played both before. I was really sad when The Old Republic didn't end up getting that remake that it was supposed to get. I think it got canceled. We will be ruining the economy. No, the temple clear speed was really slow compared to most temple builds. It's just, I don't think, if GGG nerfs this out of the game, I don't think it's because it's overpowered. I just think it's because, like, they think it's bad design for the game. They don't want it in the game. That's where the debate lies to me. Like, clearly, this is, like, insane, but, like, the amount of setup it takes to get it to this is, like... Even in, like, non-Thorns builds, right? Other Adonia's builds, like, it still requires that setup, so it's like... I have no idea what GGG would think about it. It's a weird... Well, hopefully the new community manager helps with this, Naked. Better communication. And the community might start to understand. Whew. Am I about to bleed out? What's happening? Did I have an ignite on me? I didn't even see what damage debuff I had on me. Let me look at the VOD. What was I dying to there? Oh, was I dying to... I died to my... lol. I see. I know what happened. I think we died to not recouping from... whatever it's called. Sacred Flesh. I needed to go find shit to leech from. I think we ticked out from that. That's the first time we've died that way. It's because those lightning spider dudes that do the lightning like traps, you like the leech off of those breaks for some reason. I'm not sure why. I don't know if it's because Thorns is hitting the lightning chain or what. It's awkward though. Let's do another Uber Arbiter. He's fun. Yeah, I don't know what they... It's funny, because, like, in a lot of ways, you could argue that this is the vision for GGG. Like, it's the slower, more methodical, you have 2 sets of gear. I think it's fun. For a brief amount of time. But I could see GGG being like... Nah... We don't want people playing the game like that. And I wouldn't be upset at them if they said that, you know? Because I get it. This is definitely like a... I just don't know how you solve this without, like, having to rework the wand. Or change how some of these skills interact together. Like, you could just straight up make it to where you can't put heighted charges in Pinnacle of Power. And that makes it like a lot less tedious for the player. And makes it a lot more balanced. But I don't know if you'd still be doing the gear swap in that scenario. So if they look at like a player carrying 2 sets of gears in their inventory as something they don't want to happen, they might just rework how Adonia's ego works. But yeah, after we're done with this build, I've got a few plans. I want to, A, fix a couple of my League starter builds. I want to get all of my Thorns builds updated. I want to get the Supporting Fire Tactician build updated. And maybe the Whirling Assault Witch Hunter updated. But what I want to do leading up to the patch is I want to do a bunch of characters where I'm leveling a character just with the intent of testing out defenses. I want to test a bunch of different defenses. I want to like do an invasion character, like hybrid characters, before going into the patch. Because I want to have like as good an understanding of around defenses for this. If I'm league starting a gladiator, you know, or whatever I end up league starting. Oh, we got the instant double buff. Let's go. What we need is a, what GGD needs to do is implement a gear equipper from World of Warcraft. So I can just just push a button to hot swap my gear. I think our gear is correct. Can this AFK Simulacrum? Yes. You have to rebuff yourself, I think, once, but there's like a passive setup you can do to get like a 15-minute buff where you wouldn't have to do that, but yes, it can AFK. We'll do a simulator. Oh, the donut again, or the double firebomb again. Later, dude. No, he only healed half. He didn't full heal because he had Abyssal Wasting on him. Oops. Gotta be careful. Damn. Grand the chatties. Yeah, it's a little awkward because, like, you can AFK Simulacrum. I'm not saying you can't. One, you can do a setup where I think we got the buff duration to 15 minutes. And like when we were trying to do ultimatum farming with the build, we wanted the buff to last the full ultimatum, and we can make it do that. So I don't know if that's the same time as a full Simulacrum. We've never done the full duration buff in a Simulacrum to see if it actually makes it. So you might need to rebuff once, no matter what. I'm not sure, but we did say Simu 3 on the last stream, if I remember correctly. I think we were thinking we would die, and we didn't. We can do another one. Let's just do another one and see how it goes. Where's my Simulacrum tab? You got seriously offended on by Ingormus' hot take delete Thorns from the game? I mean, I think there's a serious argument for any build like that to not be in the game. Thorns, and like any idle archetype. Especially from like a competitive perspective, where like when you have builds like that are idle builds in the game, GGG has to balance around those builds in a sense. And that, like, you know, I get the dislike of him. I didn't hear his hot take on why he said it, but I get why people don't like these styles in these kind of games, because they become a balancing point. Okay, yeah. Focus. Get your buffs up. Okay. Oh yeah, so what I was going to say about Simulacrum is it's not bad for this build, but we usually use Palm of the Dreamer for clear, and Palm doesn't work in Simulacrum. Which is fine. That just means, like, our clear is, like, way worse. Which makes it, like, more risky to die. When you don't have the corpses, like, chain exploding, like, you just have so many extra enemies hitting you per second. I think that's everything. Feels like everything. Yeah, I plan on doing a temple run today, Blade. Oh, with Trample. I thought you said temple. I can't read. I don't know. That's a lot of Thorns crit we're losing. I'll try it, but I don't think it'd go well. Oh, okay. I mean, yeah, I'll give it a try. Yeah, we've only... So, I'm not guaranteeing this is going to be cleared. We've done 2 Simulacrum attempts. Hey, what's up, Yeti? we have two Simulacrum... We've done 2 Simulacrum attempts. We did one when we first started the build early on, and we died at, like, wave 13. And then we, like, 4 to 10x our damage, and we tried it again, and we cleared it. It's hard to tell. Like, with these kind of build, you either, like, get one shot or you live, so... it's not like we did 100 of these to know if it's actually can clear it full AFK every time, but... we did it once. What's consuming your mana? We're using Mind over Matter. All damage is taken from mana before life. Yeah, thanks, chicken. First time I've tried growing one. And... yeah, I don't know. It grew in super thick. But this is our life recovery from leech per second because we're hitting for so much. So, like, it takes a lot. Like, it's getting to over 30,000 per second when we're getting multiple hits off, so... we're pretty hard to kill. Not unkillable. Definitely not unkillable. What am I looking for? Where's the... oh, it's down. I thought I went down here, but I didn't go down far enough. Dumbass. Wasting precious buff time. Yeah, we'll see if we can clear 13 this time. Or 15 this time again. This will be the true test if it can, like, consistently AFK Simu. You and Miso should run together sometime. Run what? Like, run outside? Like, go on a jog? Would you say this min-max this build entirely? Yeah, like, I would say 99 point... yeah, literally what Blade just said. Probably 99.5% min-max. Like, I would even say, like, 99.98. Like, there's very micro changes that could be made revolving around our jewels and adorned. This way? This way. Not this way. I'm stupid. It was this way. Like, just to put into perspective, this right here, this Undying Hate Timeless Jewel, it gives us 1% Spirit Reservation Efficiency here. It gives us Thorns crit here. It gives us 2 uses of blink here. It gives us sacrifice of flesh here. It gives us 20% increased tribute here, and one additional power charge here. This item alone was 45,000 divine. 45,000 divine to craft. 45,000. That's so. This is like the min-maxing would be coming from, like, if we got a better Megalomaniac, but, like, this late into the league, it's hard to find the ones you would exactly want, right? Like, this could be pushed better, but with what we had in front of us, I want to say this is, like, 99.98% min-max. Like, we gave it our all. Like, at one point, we realized we may never get to play a build like this again, so let's just push it as far as we could, and then we just got lucky with, like, a bunch of people, like, the league's over, so a bunch of people were like, here, have this mirror, have, like, a 5,000 divine, like, you know, we got gifted stuff to make it happen. A lot of it did come from Blade and, almost last one in chat, though. A majority of it came from them, but there were some, like, clutch... Like, I think the last straight day we streamed, someone gifted us a mirror that allowed us to finish all the Adorn stuff we needed. Yeah, the budget Blade and I had, we ran out really early on. We tried crafting a perfect Adonias. We spent, like, most of our budget trying to craft the perfect Adonias, and we missed. And then almost last one gifted us his perfect Adonias. And then, yeah, so many people, like, just threw stuff at it. Yeah, this build got pushed way... Like, we actually had a pretty good Trinity going there for a second. Yeah, this build got pushed way further than either of us expected. This was, like, a science, like, does this work as a defensive tool? And then it ended up being, like, just the most broken Thorns build yet. And I don't know if we'll ever have a Thorns build more overpowered than this. Because if there's something more overpowered than this, that means GGG fucked up. That means they added something they weren't expecting to happen. To be used with Thorns in a specific way. Some scaling broke. Because my normal Thorns builds don't do a fraction of this damage, man. Hey, oh, that doesn't link to the right character. I forgot to update that stuff. Yeah, this is tier 3. How's it going? I hate when. Let's get the rebuff going. Yeah, this ain't a build for everybody. This is some meme shit. Now, if you go look at the Thorns Shaman build I have on my channel, the actual Thorns Shaman build, and not, this cheesy shit, a regular Thorns build can AFK Simulacrum without gear swapping. Like, actual AFK Simulacrum. But it's not, like, clown shit like this one, you know. This is just pushing the damage to extremes. But yeah, you don't want to, like... whenever I release a video for this build, it's not going to be a guide. I don't even think I'm going to put a mobalytics with it, because I don't know if I want to encourage a casual to dip their toes into this. You'll know if you want to play it when you watch the video, and it's really only for dweebs. It's really just for dweebs. There we go, double buff. Yeah, it's not just gear swapping, it's gear swapping with RNG, by the way. So, you have to gear swap, and then you have a 20% chance to get the buff you want. So you just have to spam it until you get your buff. So it's worse than you think. It's not just a gear swap, it's a gear swap with a 20% chance on the buff you want. So it's just awful. It's just... It is not for everybody. And this might not even be like and this isn't even like a super good AFK Simu build. Like, I'm sure it's still going to be rippy at times. Hey, that's everybody I hate when. And what's crazy is, like, it makes it even more crazy is every patch, like, because of how violently things change, like, at one point, we didn't even have the global support gems, right? Like, you can put multiple support gems across different skills now. Like, there are some things that just completely shift the balance and meta to where, like, every patch you're kind of having to relearn. And then when they add new skills and stuff, it's just... It's a pretty intense learning curve when everything's changing all the time. The 3 to 100 this league? Hell yeah. I think my highest, I have 2 at 98 and a bunch at like 96. Did you do your own temples? Is that how you leveled your characters? Were you just temple farming? I would definitely use my campaign. If you're playing this build at the beginning of 0.5, I would definitely use my campaign boosts for sure. Just like skip the campaign and go straight to level 64. And if you can afford it, go for the level 99 boost, honestly. It's not worth it to play anything but the 99 boosts with this build. Definitely. 3 temples, every temple different? Oh, that's cool, yeah. I at no point leveled the temple, like, past, like, 20-something rooms, so I never really... All of my leveling was, like, done either normally or in other people's temples. I have yet to hit level 100, but I've made, like, 12 characters this league, so... It's hard to hit 100 when you're re-rolling all the time. So far, so good. That's awesome. What build were you playing in it? The difficulty chasing one. Were you playing the Dodre's Undoing Curse build? I'm assuming... Oh, you're playing Werewolf. Cool. So you weren't playing Cast On. That's awesome. Or were you playing Cast On with Werewolf? That's you play primarily? What a goat. Hell yeah. Fuck the Cast On meta. Alright, 2 waves left. Will we survive? Alright. Final wave. My bags are full.
Believe me, you will. Exile.
So that's what I literally said earlier last one at the beginning of the stream. I said that there's a good chance that, like, if we get swords, I might not even play Gladiator. I might just league start Sword Witch Hunter. It depends on if, like, if any of the Gladiator ascendancies are good with... I'm probably league starting Thorns this league. I didn't league start it last league, so I'm going to league start it this league. especially if we get swords. It's just I don't know what ascendancy I'll do. Like if one of them's clearly amazing for Thorns, I'll League start Thorns on a Gladiator ascendancy. But I'm thinking Witch Hunter. Witch Hunter is just so fucking good. And I wouldn't mind, like, doing swords with Culling Strike, Sword, Cyclone. Sounds really fun. Alright, so we did the Simu 3. Easy peasy. Let's go do another Uber Arbs. I love melee. I am absolutely a melee main. That's why I'm so excited about all the classes getting added to the game. The next 4 classes all add melee weapons. Axes, flails, daggers, and swords. So no matter what we get, I'm happy. Like, I'll have a weapon to play with. Instant double buff. Thank you, streamer client. Thank you.
I need more time for that.
All right.
You are too late.
Entirely Zeri Rush Temple, that's cool. Yeah, I've done it Zeri Russian before, but... Where you, like, make it towards 100% chance to spawn, but... Woo! That was a 17 million Thorns hit. I think that was our biggest hit yet. I can't remember. Uh-oh, I fucked up. I'm really bad with Blink on this fight. This is my first real Blink character. Oh, the donut! But we're in the middle of this! That was a cool clip. That was a cool clip. Blinking into the donut to one-shot him. I thought we were wasting the donut because we were in the middle of that phase, but that ended up being cool. Another diamond. We're going to identify this one. That, I think +3 arc's actually good. I think +3 arc's actually good. Yeah, boy! It's probably not gonna sell, but just like that, we identify a prism and get an easy mirror. Well, maybe I try and sell it for like 6,000 divine. I don't need the divine anymore. Maybe I just like... Why don't you like cast on crit? I like cast on crit. I think... I think there's something wrong with how efficient it can become. That's my... How easily it can become super efficient. Like, if you had a multi-mirror build that was doing what the current cast on crit builds do, I have no problem with that. But you can do what cast on crit builds do by level, like, almost immediately out of the campaign with a very minor budget. I think the barrier to entry to cast on crit builds is way too low. And I think they scale way too high on a super cheap budget. I think, I mean, I've played plenty of cast-on builds. They're fun. But they're just so boring to me now because they're just so good. So everyone, I don't know. I don't even mind Cast on Comet being a thing, because if you've ever tried playing Cast Comet, like where you're hard casting it, it sucks. It's supposed to be a cast on ability. There's just something wrong with it that makes it too easy to do. I don't know what we sell this for. I can't believe we just got +3 arc. That is so funny. Since it's end of league, I'm gonna sell it for a budget 5,000 divine. So if somebody's wanting a +3 arc for the fun of it, they get it for cheap. I'm sure that just means some flipper's gonna buy it, but we've got already 10,000-ish divine. So I mean, I don't like playing it anymore. Like, I'm probably not playing... If Cast On is the exact same it is right now going into the next patch, I'm probably not playing it anymore. Again, my problem isn't that it's not... It exists. It's just it's so easy to do. Like, you can, like, breathe it into existence. It's not a fun build for me to play. At this point. You just get Cast On going immediately. And it's just like... There's no evolution to the build. It's weird. I don't know. My problem is very weird with it, but as a viewer, not as a player, I would definitely say I'm just tired of seeing it. You'll see something like you'll see a lot of weird off-meta builds doing something weird, but the way they're doing their single target is via cast on crit, and it's like Comet, and it's like, damn, that's a cool engine you got going there, but basically any engine can work with cast on crit Comet right now. So it's like a little... I don't know what I'm trying to say. It's just a little too easy. It's a very powerful build that's not complex, I guess. That's funny, because we've been trying to sell stuff so fast a lot lately, and stuff hasn't been selling. Alright, let's do the Cliffside. Which map's Cliffside? I can't remember Cliffside. Is that the one with the, oh yeah, it's this one. Okay. With the Trinity buff boss. He throws the rocks. Right? That's this map. Okay, we're using Palm of the Dreamer again. Fish for that double buff. Air assist, yes, this place. I think if you're doing so, my friend Zeph, he's one of the mods in the Thorns Discord. He is doing a... So, okay, I guess my issue is cast on crit Comet, specifically. I don't mind other cast on builds. Zeph is doing a reduced projectile speed, ball lightning build, where he is shooting out, like, 100 ball lightnings, and they're, like, going so slow that it looks like a railgun. Like, that shit's cool. I even think Cast on Crit Arc is cool. I think Cast on Crit Arc is really cool. I think Comet is just... It's too much single target damage for too much for so little. I guess that's my issue. You specifically Cast on Crit Comet, because I'm thinking of other Cast on builds. I think Cast on Crit Frost Darts is very underrated. I think people heavily sleep on Cast on Crit Frost Darts. I'm missing something. Oh, my neck. I knew I was missing something. And my ring. I think Cast on Crit Frost Darts, I played that last league on an Infernalist. Cast on Crit Frost Darts has absurd single target. I don't think it's as good as Cast on Crit Comet. But it could be, actually, to be honest. But I love Frost Darts. I guess I'm just overcaught Comet. Maybe that's it. But maybe it is fine. I'm just a grandpa who's overlooking at it. Who knows? Keep in mind, like, with the new classes, like, PoE 1 does have other cast-on stuff. There's cast-on channeling. There's cast-on damage taken, I believe. I think there's cast-on stunned. Cast when stunned or something. So, there are other cast-ons that could still be added to the game. Are you saying you want cast on Thorns Comet? That would be cool. Yeah, I think that would be acceptable for the meta, to be honest. Nice, Zert. What skill were you using with Bursting Decay? Were you using the bow as well, or did you try something different? And that build was fun. I like Bursting Decay. It's going to be on my, like, watch list going into 0.5. If I end up doing a life stacking build on a Gladiator, I could, like, and it's not like Thorns, I'm doing, like, some attack skill. Like, Bursting Decay is, like, high on my list of, like, potential ways to scale whatever Gladiator build I'm playing. Bursting Decay is very good, and if they add any big, like, Miso played around with the idea the other day of, like, I joked that, like, it's funny, like, after the podcast with, I think, Dreamcore, I joked that it's funny how often guests, unprompted, bring up life stacking not being on the passive tree. And I think Miso said he might throw together a YouTube compilation on the podcast of, like, all of the guests bring in, like, of all of our life stacking topics. It's been talked about so much that, like, maybe there's some copium from me hoping that we get life stacking increases, life buffs this next patch. And if we do, if we get any life buffs this next patch, that makes Bursting Decay even better. So that's why, like, I have extra focus on Bursting Decay right now, because I'm hoping, after all the bitching, we're going to get some flat life on the tree. And then if we do, then absolutely makes Bursting Decay a very competitive item. Would you hit me, fool? No mana! So, I'm torn on that. I hate when this last patch specifically in 0.4, I played 3 or 4 different life stacking builds, and I pushed them as far as I could. And, Jesus. And some of them were pretty good, but your average life stacking build needs a little bit of love, and I don't know what they need to do to fix that. I do agree that armor is a problem, but in other life builds, it's, like, weird, because if you do buff life in some ways, there are some good, like, caster builds that use life as their mana, and those get a little bit more efficient when you do that. So, it's a... But you still have problem with EV life builds. Some EV life builds aren't tanky enough, so... Oops, we don't need that anymore. But I do agree. But even GGG says they're not sure what's wrong with armor yet. So even they haven't admitted to knowing what the problem is. But I don't armor stack anymore. I only armor stack if I'm playing like very specific brass dome builds. I would rather life stack with leech than play armor at this point. Which maybe armor gets some buffs in this next patch and armor life is better, but not sure. I mean, we can try. We'll try cast on, see how it works for a boss. Where are my gems? How many 20 spirit gems? I don't. The fuck's it called? It was just hidden. Can't put life tap and cast on crit? Is it because I don't have common in it yet? Double comment, you say? Which energy one did you want? Oh, boundless energy is what you meant? Okay, that's what I had. Okay, let's go try. We're testing it. We've tested it before, and the energy gain was ass. But that was when our damage was like 1/10 of what it is. This is just like a science thing. I'm not expecting it to be good. But for science. Yeah, it like Thorns functionally doesn't really work with cast on stuff normally, and when we tested it last time, it was about the same. But maybe when we're doing a gazillion damage, that changes it. We shall see. I'm guessing no. Listen, blame Blade. He wanted me to science this. This is a science test. I don't want to do this. I grunted when I said yes. I was, fine. I think we're right. Alright.
I need more time.
We got lots of crit. All the crit.
The fourth dead burns for your
With 74% exposure. I don't think we got a we got 65% from that. Fart bombs. Low roll. Oh, I thought he was doing a different spell.
endless ravaging pain.
We still haven't even finished it yet.
Your affliction upon her will soon.
Oh, the cast odds! The cast odds, they're going! Oh, they're going off of Ice Storm. That's what was happening. That was off of Ice Storm. I'm 99% sure that was just proccing off of Ice Storm. That doesn't count. That doesn't count. I think that was all Ice Storm. Oh, fuck. But that's so funny that the Adonia's buffing the Ice Storm Comet was enough to just do all that damage to Arbiter there. Yeah, cast on, not very good. Back to Trinity. Yeah, it was funny though. That was funny though. It was worth testing for sure. Alright, let's do more Arbiters. More normal Arbiter kills. Let's see. That last donut was cool because we blinked onto a partial donut and it's still one-shot Arbiter, but I want to do the Giga Donut. And then before long, we'll get some people in the party for some 6-man attempts. 6-man Arbiter, I think this version is 24 million life, 26, something like that. A 6-man Arbiter is like 170 something million, so it'll be a challenge to kill the harder version, which I'm excited for. Okay. 73 million versus 178 million, gotcha. Alright, swap to the quality chest. I have no doubt it's going to be easy. I hope so. Yeah, the fact that we could do 6-man Temple was nice. We just got to wait for the right skills. Like, we can kill base Arbiter with just basically any of its attacks now, but for the 173 million Uber Arbiter, we're going to need... we're going to need the right attacks. Or it'll be a longer fight. Okay. For one shot, yeah. It'd be like a 3 to 4 minute kill normally, I imagine.
You are too late.
Ah, gotcha. I hate when. Sounds like a fun build. I hate fart bombs. I'm really bad at them with blink. Ugh! I didn't get exposure down.
Causing them time to find
Oh, it's a donut! Boo! Yeah, post it in chat. I would love to see it. Did you play Wolf on all 3 of your characters? Or just the one that you're talking about for the Juice Temple? I played a Bleed Wolf on... Was it a Titan? I think it was a Titan. That was a lot of fun. I had tried Wolf a few times on hardcore solo self-found, and like I wasn't really vibing with it, but when I played it, the Leech Bleed build, that was a lot of fun. It was like a weird off-meta werewolf build, though. All of them are different? That's cool.
I need more time for that.
Do you really like the wolf archetype? Do you think you'll keep playing it in the next patch? Fishing for the double buff. Druid getting nerfed to the ground. I think... No troll, though. I think, Druid is probably the baseline they want for the game. I feel like, for the most part, Druid is, like... exactly what they want. The skills I mean. And how they feel in play. Shaman and Oracle themselves, the Ascendancies, both of them, I could see them both getting significant changes, but in terms of the talismans themselves and the shapeshifts themselves, I think those are pretty good. Instant phase 1. No, he's not going to heal the full because he still has Abyssal Wasting. Darn. I prefer when he heals the full. He might kill himself off of taking this. This does Thorns damage, yeah.
I need more time.
I don't care about 19 gem. Nice. Easy kills. Let's do some, I got a bunch of bosses we can do. Let's do, some Olros and some Jets and some Kung on the Mist. Nice. A fellow quality stacker. Ooh, that mirror talisman. Nice, this looks sick. Ooh, you tanky boy too. Armor ES, nice. This is a cool setup. This definitely looks like a min-maxed wolf boy. Did you finish the simu, by the way? Yeah, we cleared it. We full cleared the simulacrum. It was easy. That's a sick build, when. The mirror talisman is awesome. The only reason I say that last one is because, like, they spent a lot of time making sure it was ready. Like, that was they cooked on Druid, so I have a feeling and it was very, very well received. So I just have a feeling, ooh, instant double buff. Yay. Yay. I forgot we have a low chaos res. We can't eat that attack. Just in time for the Miso raid. What's up, Miso? Thanks, dude. Hope you had a good stream, man. Perfect timing for the Miso raid. How's it going? Hope you had a good stream. Sup, raiders? We are finalizing the Adonia's Ego Thorns build today. We're going to try and get a bunch of 6-man content done today. We're going to do 6-man Uber Arbiter, we're going to do 6-man Citadel bosses, and we're going to do 6-man of all the other dudes. And then hopefully get this build wrapped up this week. Hey, later, Yeti. Have a good day, man. Do I have everything on? I do. Alright. Well, I'll clear. I need to clear to the last citadels. Later, Miso. Have a good night, bro. Thanks for the raid, man. And let me clear to all the citadels. So after this boss, we'll clear to all the citadels. So I can, like, once we have the party up, I don't want to have to, like, disband it and, like, clear some stuff with them or whatever. So let's get to all of the citadels and then, oh, I keep refreshing the charges. Cool. There we go. Got the double buff. And then we'll get the 6-man going. This is the most cringe build in this game, guys. Don't play it. Do not play it. My res capped? I am. Damage right? Yes. Does it tell me to go this way? It was. No, I still have the viewers. That's just Twitch being weird. Hosts are weird. Hosts are weird. Hosts are weird. I don't know if I can live that attack. Oh, I can. Okay, cool. Oh, we almost died after the fact when we couldn't leech. Hey, we got a diamond. Hey, we got blood magic. I think blood magic sells reasonably well, or it sold reasonably well. Okay, so yeah, I'll start clearing towards the citadels. We got this one here we need to clear too. I think I already had a map actually, or marked actually. I know I had more citadels nearby I wanted to clear too. There's one. And I think this... Oh, we'll just clear these two so they're both by each other. Okay. If you're new here, I am doing a really weird Thorns build. It is an absurd budget put into it. I think we're closing in on like 150,000 divine, probably more than that at this point. It is scaling Thorns. We are using the Greater Runa Tithings. They are 1 to 100 Lightning Thorns damage. We have them in every single socket. And we are scaling it with Adonia's Ego. Adonia's Ego has the buff Pinnacle of Power. Consume all power charges to gain elemental damage. The way it works is for every power charge you consume, you get more elemental damage. More is multiplicative, so it's just an absurd amount more damage. I think with the amount of quality we have, we're getting like 22 or 23% more damage per power charge consumed. So we're doing something really weird. Why Shaman? Shaman gets, A, the extra spirit. We needed a lot of spirit. And then B, it's mainly for Wisdom of the Magi. Wisdom of the Magi for the bonded runes. On Runes of Tithing, it's 15% increased Thorns damage. And that scales with Adonia's Ego, which is leading us to get a fuckload of damage. So we're doing a weird weapon swap setup. That's how you have to do Adonia's Vigos. But we've really min-maxed the weapon swap, so we've got a huge gear swap. So we put on Red Flare... So let me just show you how much damage we gain. I'm going to actually turn off Trinity and Conflux right now, so we just see my base damage. So base damage, I'm at 920 to 44,000 top-end Thorns damage. So keep this number in mind, 44,000 for the top end. We are going to be scaling it with the Adonia's Ego, and I have a fuckload of crit, by the way, 100% crit damage with an 847% bonus, so we're pure crit. So we put on Red Flare Conduit. This gives us our power charges out of combat, so when we put this on, we just start passively gaining power charges. We put on Power Treads for +1 maximum power charge. We put on Grip of Kolomic with +1 maximum power charges. With it being copied, it's +2 maximum charges. Struggle Scream has 4 annoyance on it. 2 of them are for power charges, +1 and +2. This is giving us quality, and this is giving us buff, makes our buff last longer. And all of this snapshots with the buff, so we can swap back to our old gear. This is for more quality, and the quality just makes the Adonia's Ego buff even better. And then the shield is skill effect duration to make the buff last longer. So we're at 13 power charges. This is the max I believe you can get in the game. I'm not sure if there's a way to get more, but if there is, I don't think we can do it in the setup. And then when we cast the buff, Pinnacle of Power, we swap to this body armor after we have the power charges, which gives us just a little bit more damage. Now, this is the single buff. We got the single buff of it. And with no Thorns gear on, let me just put my Thorns gear on just so you can see what it did to the damage. And then we'll go for the double buff. So we were at 44,000 top end before. And then now we're at 163,000. 163,000. So we just 3x'd our damage. And that's without getting the double buff. So let's fish for the double buff. So there is a support gem called Heightened Charges, which we have in Adonia's Ego, which is a 20% chance to double the consumed effect. So it would double the buff is what we're fishing for here. And then we just got it. So now you see 6.5 minute on the duration. We landed the double buff. So now we can put you back on the Thorns gear, and I will show you what the damage is at now. $283,000. And then that's without having our Elemental Conflux and Trinity on. Trinity gives us more damage while we're in combat. Elemental Conflux, depending on the buff we have, will put us up to 400,000 flat Thorns damage. Right now with the cold buff, we're at 335,000 Thorns damage. This is like, out of all the Thorns characters I've played, by far the most damage I've ever had. Now, when you look at our damage here, let's say we're doing 374,000 top-end damage. It crits 100% of the time and does 847% extra damage. So take into account all that damage it's doing. Oh, then when we're channeling Bone Storm, we get even more damage. Goes up by about 30k. Which is why we channel Bone Storm. Now, keeping in mind that how much damage we're doing, millions of damage per hit possibly. Vengeance is 10% of Thorns damage leached as life, when combined with fast metabolism, which we don't lose our leech when we hit maximum life, when you're hitting for that much damage and 10% of it is leeching as life, it leads to you and it's overflowing, it leads to you being pretty damn hard to kill. Any suggestions on how to generate friendly charges without Charm Ritualist? Like, what kind of build are you playing? But yeah, it's just, it's not a practical build. I don't recommend, like, unless you just want to do something really silly, you play it. Because, like, the gear swaps are annoying as hell. I've played very little Charm builds, though. Hey, Rabbit. Oh, right, I died in that Bastille whenever I didn't leech for a while. We get to reclaim it. Re-clear it. Yeah, Blade crafted this, and so, like, just to show how min-maxed this build is, Almost Last One, I don't know if he's in chat right now, he gifted us with Adonia's Ego. This is a perfect Adonia's Ego. It's literally perfect. It's 3 sockets with 30% quality. So this was gifted to us. At the time he gifted it to us, it was 2 mirrors. So I don't know what it's at now. This Undying Hate is perfectly min-maxed. We're getting +5 elemental damage for the small passive nodes. We're getting Spirit Efficiency. We're getting Thorns crit. We're getting 2 uses of Blink. We're getting 20% increased tribute and +1 maximum power charges. This costs Blade 45,000 divine to craft. 45,000 divine. Like, what? What a waste of currency and time that this build has become. The things GGG, this is what happens when you give us no content. We shit out this kind of crap. Please help us. Save us from ourselves. No, this was a really fun build to make, though. I had a blast making it, and I'm sure Blade did, too. My first Adorned build, my, like, real Adorned build. We are running Adorned in this setup. A lot of our resistances is actually coming from the Adorned, funny enough. A lot of our res is, like, on our jewels. Also gifted to us by Almost Last One. It was 144%? What percent was it? 143%. Obviously, it's not worth this pain, though. The pain of fishing for the double buff. I think with our current min-max, we don't need the double buff anymore for any content. We could full clear all content without the double buff, but why would you do that when you could get the double buff? I hope the only balance change they make is they make it to where you can't put heightened charges in Pinnacle of Power. I think that makes this way more fair. Oops. There we go. We got the double buff. Though this is already like a waste of time, so it's semi-fair already. Okay. Isn't it annoying to keep switching that gear? Yes. Like I said, I won't be making a build guide for this video. I'm going to make a build showcase. I don't think I'll be putting a Mobalytics together because I don't want to, like, encourage any casual to be like, this looks cool, and then they're like, oh my god, this is my worst experience ever. I would not recommend this as a build to anybody. Like, it's fun. It's cool. But the gear swapping is absolutely annoying as fuck.
I need more time for that. I need more time for that.
And honestly, the gear swapping is not that bad, to be honest. I really don't mind the gear swapping. It's fishing for the double buff that sucks. It's the double buff that's the problem. Because there's a 20% chance to proc, so you're standing there waiting for 20%. If you go for the single buff every time, like, you're talking about like 15 seconds to swap at the beginning of every map. Like, for some people that'll be too much. That's way more manageable to me, though. I could probably do a single gear swap at the beginning of every map. It's really the double buff that sucks. It's like, it's a 20% chance to get. So sometimes you're standing there for like over a minute to get it. Sometimes you get it instantly. Can this do Simulacrum efficiently? Yep. We've AFK'd tier 3 twice now with this build. We can send some more later. But yep, Simulacrum is very easy.
I need more time for that.
But you still have to do the gear swapping. Which, you know.
I need more time for that.
Does Trample Toe work in Simulacrum?
I'm not ready yet.
I didn't know that. Oh yeah, it's overkill, not on kill. Interesting. Yeah, I'm down to try Trample Simu then. That sounds fun. We lose a lot of Thorns damage though, so it might not work. Hey, what's up, Crimson? Am I winning? We are playing Thorns, so no. No Thorns player is ever winning.
I'm not ready yet. I need more time for that.
Yeah, we're definitely not winning with this build. We're not just playing Thorns, we're playing a gear swap Thorns build. It is peak cheese. No winners here, just a bunch of losers. Yeah, I mean, if you're doing something like that, that's not as bad, Poacher, but we're literally, like, we are playing an MMO right now. We have a full gear swap we're doing. We are full gear swapping. Add a clickbait on YouTube that it is a... So I'm considering for the build doing a troll title that's "This is the true vision of PoE 2," and then have a picture of Talkative Try like being like face-palmed in the corner or something. Not as only is it Thorns, but it's gear swapping. It's just as stupid as it gets. This is such a cringe-ass build, man. That does sound cool, Crimson. Okay, so we're showcasing the stupid gear swap. So this is what we have to do at the beginning of every map, is swap to the chest to generate power charges. Power tread for 1 power charge, neck for 4 passives, plus 2 power charges on the ring, quality on the neck, and then we quality swap the chest when we cast the buff. Oh, I'm missing something. What did I not do right? Oh, I didn't put the shield on. Missed the shield for the duration. We are fishing for the double buff right now. The double buff is our curse. Hey, we got it. Res cap. Okay, damage is right. Let's go.
I need more time for that. I'm not ready yet. Begone, foul creature. I need more time for that.
How much for all pieces of the gear? I think we have spent over 150,000 divine at this point. I want to say 15-ish mirrors. It is an absurd cost to it. This has just been a lot of people throwing like all their currency at the build. I've contributed less than a mirror to this, probably. I'm a poor boy. I'm a poor boy. You could league start normal Thorns and farm to transition to this. This isn't going to be a 15 mirror build on league start, and this is like 15 mirrors like super min max. Like it doesn't need to be min max this hard. But yeah, this is. We also don't know if Adonia's ego is even going to survive the patch, so. Our build, yes. This was a community effort. A lot of stupid stuff went into this. Like, almost last one gifted us the wand. The wand was 2 mirrors. And he also gifted us a... It was either a 1 or 2 mirror adorned. Blade made a 45,000 divine Undying Hate. I have a list of everyone who donated something to the build at some point. Random people came in and were like, here, have a mirror. I'm done with the league. Can you explain the tech? Yeah, sure. Once we're out of the map. Or when we're before the boss, I'll explain it. Love you too, Dragon. But I'm glad that I'm looking forward to finishing this build. This is hopefully the last day we're playing it, because we're going to do a bunch of 6-man content today. We're going to get 6-man Arbiter and 6-man Pinnacle content killed. Can you die is impossible. I can die. Awkward damage over a time moments can kill you. And that's the main source of death, is if like you get caught off guard whenever... Like, all our damage comes from leech, so if we're ever out of combat, we can't leech something specifically. We can die to that. And then very specific attacks that, like, can one-shot you if they aren't leechable. It is very rare situations. It's just, like, any situation where leech gets counteracted. Like, Arbiter has a skill that makes it to where you can't leech. And then, like, Abyss Modifier, the one where they're immune for 4 seconds or whatever, you can't leech them there. So if you're not paying attention versus the Abyss mods, if you're just standing there for 4 seconds, not leeching, you'll die. Are you bleed proof? No, I don't think we're bleed proof.
I need more time for that.
But yeah, so what the build is we are doing Elemental Thorns. We are using Runes of Tithing. They are 1 to 100 lightning thorns damage. When you use Painter's Glove, it converts your elemental damage into tri-element, so we are converting all of our elemental damage into 3 elements. And then we are scaling that with Adonia's Ego. Adonia's Ego has the skill Pinnacle of Power. When you consume power charges, you get a buff that gives you a fuckload more damage. And this gear in our weapons, in our bags, is all set up around Adonia's Ego, making it as good as possible. Adonia's Ego snapshots the buff. So this is all set up to getting 13 power charges and making the buff as good as possible with extra quality to get us a Giga Adonia's Ego. So it makes our damage go from like 44,000 top end to over 300,000. It's super cheese and stupid.
I'm not ready yet.
But fun. For a little bit.
No escape. This
Okay, so we've got this citadel cleared too. I think there was a couple more down here we were going to clear too. Where were they? Right over here. Oops. But let's show Uber Arbiter again. I don't know, I just love doing bosses. I got so many boss attempts to do. Let's do a couple more Uber Arbiters. And then we'll go back to clearing towards the citadels.
I'm not ready yet.
Which ones are coppers and stones? Blade. Copper is Count, and stone is Jamanra, I believe. Oh, copper's Jamanra. Okay. So then we have all three. Cool. Then I won't bother clearing to those then. So we'll do the 6-man content soon then. We have all three in access of me then. Then yeah, we'll just start the group content soon then. Alright, Uber Arbiter, here we go. Alright, so just to break down it further, so like I said, it's the elemental damage from the Thorns being scaled from Adonia's. The spell Pinnacle of Power, it gains more damage based off of quality. So just keep that in mind when I get to those points when we're doing this setup. So the first thing we swap is Red Flare Conduit. This is what generates us power charges out of combat. That's how we're getting these right here. Struggle Scream. This is a really cool, unique amulet. It allows you to put 4 anoints on it. So the anoints we have on it is +1 maximum power charges, +2 maximum power charges, 5% +5 quality, and then 16% skill effect duration, and then buffs expire 10% slower. So that's why we swap to that neck. We swap to Darkness Enthroned with more quality on it to make our Adonia's ego better. This Grip of Kolomic is +1 power charges with skill effect duration. This is getting copied by the Kalandra's Trutch, so that gets us up to 12 power charges. Power Tread is another +1 power charge, so that gets us up to 13. And then we swap to Arvil's Wheel. This gives us the buff 58% increased skill effect duration. This is just to make it last long enough for when fights or maps are super long, right? And then once you have all this on and you are at 13 power charges, before you cast Pinnacle of Power, you swap to this chest piece. This chest piece has 8% quality on it, but it also has Harsh Winter anointed on it, which is 16% more skill effect duration on it. So, like I said, this is cringe levels of stupid put into it. And then we're fishing for the double buff, which we got instantly. Pinnacle of Power can have its effect doubled 20% of the time. So we're always fishing for the double buff, and there's RNG with that. We got lucky and got it on the first try. But that's what we're doing there, is just a silly-ass setup to buff our Adonias as much as possible. Adonia's is a really overpowered wand. I think they're going to change it somehow. I just don't know how. GGG likes to triple tap things. I don't think it deserves a triple tap, but I could see them triple tapping it.
I need more time.
Do I have the right stuff on? Yes, I do.
You are too late. The fourth nick already burns for your
What corrupt would we have gone for?
existence.
23 million damage instantly. No, he's got Abyssal Wasting still. Okay, it's gone, it's gone. We're good. Do the donut! That's no donut. I didn't think that would hit me.
Conceived of fate. Own my destiny.
Hey, another diamond. But yeah, so we're calling it Gamba Thorns because if you look at our damage, it can roll 5,912 to 335,000. So they're like, a lot of the times you're going to do a lot of damage, but sometimes you'll do a fuckload of damage when you hit the top end, and then sometimes you'll actually like, the boss will hit you and you'll like barely see the life bar move because you actually roll the low end. It can be pretty funny at times. +3 Tempest Flurry. I doubt that's got value. $150 Divine, not bad. Let's do another Arbiter kill. Is 125 Skelly Archers too many or not enough for a minion build? I think you are just about right. Once you hit over 100 minions, you've reached, like, acceptable territory. So, if you could push 200, that's what you really want, Alchemeister. But 125 is pretty fucking hilarious. Do you have any footage of it? I think in 0.1 or 2, I think it was 0.1, I did a skeleton archer build on a Titan, and I had like 30 of them. And I was like, oh, this is awesome! You have 125. You can't go to 256, it wraps around, really? Oh, really? That's so funny. There's a hard cap. That's hilarious. Do you have any footage? I'd love to see it. If you can, like, post a video to, like, Reddit or your YouTube channel, I'll showcase it on the podcast. Like, throw together, like, a clip of you, like, killing a couple, like, Uber bosses with it, and, I'll showcase it on the podcast. That sounds fucking hilarious. In 0.2, we can do 500 Terracotta Spectres. I was trying to do a Wasp build with Spectres at one point. I got to like 70 of them. But the Wasps were really shit. I couldn't even kill Tier 3 Jet with them, sadly. The Wasp build, the B build was fun, though. I feel like I'm missing stuff. I am. Okay. They cost 4 Spirit East. That's so funny. That's so hilarious. I love that shit. Is this Sanctum viable? Yeah. If you do the skill effect duration version, you can make it 15-minute runs. See, there was a low roll right there. That was a high roll, though. That was like a 13 million Thorns crit there. Where news at? I don't know. Hopefully soon. Hopefully Kelly is dropping us a news bomb soon. Oh no, it's the donut now! Couldn't have gotten the donut at full life. So, there's a build, so I don't know if any of you guys played my Supporting Fire Tactician build, but that build is one I've got my eyes on hard in this next patch. I don't think it's getting nerfed, and if anything, I hope it's getting buffed. And Supporting Fire was already really fun and good, so... I feel like that of all my builds is the one I have my eyes on the hardest. It's like, Supporting Fire might actually get some buffs in many ways, which would be a lot of fun. Because it's a really good build. We have the podcast with Darth Microtransaction this week. Hopefully we get some news before it. If not, it'll be another speculation cast, but... I mean, either way, it's only going to be the teaser, so it's probably going to be speculation cast anyway. Oops. I know GGG has stated in the past that they like plus skill levels in general how they work. They're very new player friendly. It is very obvious that when your gem level goes up, you do more damage, bing, bing, bing. Like, that's it. Like, there's not very many dots you have to connect there. I could see them nerfing some of the values. I could see them reducing amulets to +1 or +2. I could see them reducing weapons to +5. I think most people agree that +7 on melee two-handers is fucking nuts. I think most people agree on that. I think there are a lot of ways that it can be adjusted. I know Crimson Cast recently released a video where he talked about the gem skill scaling. I haven't watched it yet. I'm sure there's just like a lot of mathematical changes that can be made to the curve. There's so much that could be changed to fix it. It's not like it's a completely doomed scenario where it's like you just have to gut it. It's just it's probably just like a very much a top level type thing potentially, but like as a build maker, whenever I'm trying to use fun items like the Doomfletch bow I just made recently, like that was really fun to make, and that build's an anomaly. It is one of the few unique item builds that you can use because of how it's scaled. Most weapons that are uniques, you can use maybe during the campaign. But even then, most of the time, most leveling uniques are ass because getting a rare weapon with a high % fizz roll and +3 melee skills is almost always better than any leveling unique. And in late game, outside of Adonia's ego, there is no, like, unique that they rarely compete with a rare. That's where my problem comes in. It's like, it's such a mandatory stat that, like, with half the uniques not having any plus skills on them, it makes most uniques unplayable. That's where my issue comes with the plus level scaling. And I think that's solvable. I think that's very much solvable. The curve can be adjusted in many different ways, like... So. How you doing, Dirk? But it's just crazy how much sources of plus skill levels there are in the game. The Vertex is +4. You can get +3 on, I think the palm. If I remember, these palms don't proc Thorns, so I actually have to avoid them still. And I think this skill doesn't proc Thorns either. Nope, it doesn't. If I recall, neither of these proc Thorns. I might die here because I'm frozen. I'm dead. Yeah. None of those proc Thorns. That's always an annoying fight for Thorns. So this is what I was referring to earlier with what makes this build not unkillable. It's fights like this, where there are attacks that just don't leech Thorns ever. And, like, this is a fight where, like, half of his attacks will not trigger Thorns leech at all. So those are the fights that you're killable on. Is like exactly that attack pattern right there is the worst attack pattern you can get on that fight. Obviously, I could have just blinked away there, but I didn't remember if you could leech the ice attack or not. And you can't. You can't. Please explain why the damage from the Thorns affects the area. It's because I'm using Palm of the Dreamer when I'm clearing. Palm of the Dreamer gives you the Gloom Shrine effect, which is slain enemies explode, dealing chaos damage equal to a quarter of their maximum life. It's just Palm of the Dreamer cheese. It's a super overpowered unique. It is very good. But yeah, my concern is just, like, they're mandatory stats across many items. Like, if you're playing a melee build, you basically want a rare glove with +2 melee skills. Almost always. It's very rare that you're playing a melee build outside of, like, maybe using leech gloves or something. Most of the time, you're going to use rare gloves that have +2 melee skills. Most of the time, you're going to be using a weapon with +5 to +7 melee skills. If it's a two-hander, the three-hander, or one-hander, you're going to want, you know, as much melee skills as possible. Amulets almost always look for +3. And what's crazy is +3 can just drop in the wild. It's just, like, common as fuck. I like Prism of Belief. I think Prism of Belief is a good item. I think that targeted, it's +3 to a specific skill. I think that's cool. And I don't know if it's level 40 that's the problem. Level 40 gems might be the problem. The curve might just be squished. I need to watch Crimson Cast's video. I know he posted a video talking about the gem curve. I have yet to watch it. Curious what he thinks. Okay.
I need more time for that.
Okay, we instantly phased them. Easy peasy. We got Nutrients. And we got a Sun Splinter. And an Olaf Reliquary Key. This was a crazy kill. Sun Splinter, the worst Utrids, and an Olaf's Reliquary Key. I mean, that's a fair thing. Like, that's what makes playing attack and life scaling builds just so much difficult. They're so difficult. There's so many required stats. Like, people forget that, like, most attack builds, you're looking for, on your rings, added attack damage to physical and probably one of the elements. So many mandatory stats.
I'm not ready yet.
Depending on your skill. Like, some skills don't really need any added flat damage to scale them, but a lot do.
Can I carry any more?
Alright. Let's try getting group content set up. Let's, if you are, someone who can hop into a party with me, let's, whisper my character, Cal Thorn Guy. We're gonna try and do some 6-man content. We're gonna just see if this build can handle 6-man content. I'll need 30 minutes to 45 minutes of your time, probably, to go through all the bosses. If you're able to join the party and just... I think you can just straight up die on the bosses. I've never done 6-man group content. I don't know how people set these up. You ideally just go in and die instantly, so all the attacks are aimed at me. We can just wait at the entrance? Okay. Because with Thorns, I need to be attacked, so that's the big, concern, is if you guys are being targeted. What's up, Rusty? Oh yeah, King of the Mist we wouldn't be able to avoid going in on. Let's see here. Splinters. Ooh, we did get +3 cold skills on the Sun Splinter. Nice. Let's see if we can hit +4 cold skills. Where are my... There they are. Double socket, rip. Hey, what's up, Blaze? How you doing? How excited are you for 0.5? Three socket trample, okay. I know most people are lurkers, but if anyone can hop online and do some group play with us, we are trying to do some 6-man kills. Can't wait for the new season, same. Same. Oh, it is raining like crazy outside. I was like, I wonder what that sound is. It is raining. We have no more tithings, so I'm out of tithings. Maybe we have to stream it again tomorrow, Blaze or Blade, and we'll do the group kills tomorrow. We can't fill the day. Awkward time in the morning, most people at work and shit. Okay. I want to try Simu 3 with Trample Toe. We'll see how it goes. We lose a fuckload of critical hit chance. 30%, damn. That is a huge crit hit chance drop.
You've received a shipment. You've got some goods.
Alright, let's give it a shot. This is a science test. We are sciencing Simu 3. Very quick Discord peek, okay? Uh, 2 seconds, guys. Let me check. I think that week might be... Sec. Podcast chat stuff. I gotta respond to Rabbit. Yeah, good plan. I'll message him after I'm done streaming Rabbit, and I'll yeah, that sounds like a really sick plan though. We have one hell of a podcast lineup coming up. I'll just say that. No. The nudes from Rabbit only are for my eyes. Not even his wife. Alright, let's try... We're doing a trample toe test. I have low expectations of this doing well, but We are giving up so much crit. I feel like we'd almost want to retreat around a non-crit build for the Trample Toe setup. But 30% is still not awful. It's just... yeah. It might work out. We'll see. Quick Trample Toe test. Wait, where am I missing? Power charge here. Thank you, Rabbit. Come on, give us that double buff. There we go. Thank you. Alright, Trample Toe test. First time we've tested Trample Toe. Let's see how this goes. What's the buff you get from the charges? It is called Pinnacle of Power. It gives you a lot of elemental damage. It's like, it's a fuckload of more elemental damage, essentially. Oh yeah, there's no way we're living this. Yeah, I don't think we're living this without... The clear is better, but we're not going to have the survivability without the crits. I don't think we'll survive, because I'm looking at our life already, like, teetering pretty low, and we're just not going to have the leech for the later phases. The problem with less damage with this build, which you're obviously aware of, but the less damage with this build is less defenses. Our offense is our defense with this build, so losing that 800% crit damage bonus on these hits is a lot less leech. We'll see what happens. We'll ride it out. We're dipping so low already, though, on the early phases. I mean, I played Mirage League 2, you know. I only recently came back to the PoE 2 League. I played it for a long time, but I did take a break from Mirage. Mirage was fun. It was my first time I hit level 100 in PoE 1. Because I usually just, like, play different characters a lot of the time. But Mirage, I had a blast on Mirage. I thought Mirage was a really fun league. You're trying to get the challenges done. I thought about it. I don't think I will at this point, though, but I really want that cosmetic. I really want the cosmetic.
I need more time for that.
Yeah, I love the way the set looks. So I'm very tempted to, but The PoE 2 hype is already starting to take over, you know. Yeah, I mean, like, even after the PoE 2 League is out, you still could go back and finish the challenges, so plenty of time to complete the challenges. I really hope we get challenges in PoE 2. I don't know if we'll ever get them before we get 1.0, but I really want PoE 2 challenges. Oops. Thought we were done. We've lived longer than I thought we would. Funny enough. We're taking less DPS because Trample Toe is helping clear stuff, so it's like... It's kind of working out. I still don't think... Yeah, we're getting really low sometimes. I don't think we're... I don't think it's going to clear 15 with Trample. I think if you did a different tree, you did a completely different passive tree that wasn't invested in the crit. But I feel like the crits still matter sometimes, though. I don't think you could fully ditch. I don't know. It's weird with Trample Tome, but it's surprisingly working. Yeah, basically all of my motivation from playing PoE 2 Techno comes from just, like, trying build ideas out. Like, I have no motivation to, like, sit there and, like, grind the specific content over and over. It's all just trying stuff out and seeing how it goes, and then once I feel like the build is done, it's usually when I move on to the next idea or stop playing. We're gonna rebuff. I have hope this next patch is gonna be thick. Alright, cool. So nothing's locked in yet, but from the set, like, it looks like we're trying to get, so this week we have Darth microtransaction on the podcast. Next week, it looks like we're having, and it's like 99% locked in, it looks like we're having Schwingy on the podcast. That's going to be a fun speculation pod. I love Schwingy's content. I don't know if you guys are familiar with him. He makes really cool stuff. Like these little 0 to like hero build challenges with like wheels and stuff. So he's going to be on the week after next. And then the 2 weeks after that, it's looking potential that it'll be Rax and Captain Lance. Not sure what days they'd end up on, but that's the days we're aiming for. Rax and Captain Lance. Both of them have said they're super down, but we haven't fully locked in those dates yet, but that's what we're aiming for right now. So the next 4 guests are all bangers. Super hyped for the podcast. Well, what's funny is, like, it'd be fine if it was just me, Rabbit, and Miso. Like, I look forward to those episodes plenty, but we just keep getting awesome freaking guests. It's so cool. Yep, tier 3 Simu. We're trying out a weird setup with Trample Toe. So we might die here. But so far it's working. 12, I think. Wave 12 or 11. We can handle normal Simulacrum when we're wearing our normal boots, but we're just testing out Trample Toe to see if it works in Simu fine. Blade, we made it farther than I thought we would. I was not expecting to make it this deep. I thought we would have died long ago. That was scary. That was a near-death moment. Damn. I did not think Trample Toe would be able to handle the later waves. We just do so much flat damage. Is the full clear possible? Those shields orbiting, what are those? I don't know what that's buffs from. Is that Trinity? Or Confluence? Or is that Adaptation? That might be Adaptation. I think that's Adaptation, actually. I think that's Avatar of Evolution shit. Shaman stuff. Yeah, Shaman stuff. Yeah, Shaman stuff. Was this the final wave? I've been blacked out. Are we done? Oh. I am surprised we were able to clear this with Trample, you guys. I am surprised we cleared that with Trample Toe. Good to know. Very good to know. Cool. Alright, let's go do Uber Arbiter again.
I'm not ready yet.
Is this giving me 2-man Arbiter? Is this 2-man scaled? Yeah, if anyone can join the party in-game, we're trying to get a 6-man Arbiter kill. Whisper either Blade Zero or Calthorn guy. The more people in the party, the more life he has, so it just makes it more challenging of a kill. Alright, let's see how much life 2-man has. If this is 2-man.
You are too late. The fourth edict burns for your engulf.
Oh yeah, he's definitely scaled, right?
Chasms of flame.
That looks like a thick boy. Oh! That was bullshit! Oh! Donut! I saw 30 million there for a second, so that was like 40-something million damage, I'm guessing. In an instant. Not bad. Yeah, we need to get 6-man. If we don't get a 6-man, I'm streaming tomorrow. I don't know. Wait, today's Tuesday. So I'm streaming tomorrow and Thursday for sure. I'm streaming the next 2 days for sure. So if we don't get a 6-man kill today, hopefully tomorrow or the next day we can get 6 people in the party. The Thursday stream will be a long stream, so hopefully throughout the entire duration of that, we can get 6 people in the party. Is he really? Oh shit. The Legend Troy. The GOAT. That's a name I haven't heard in. Damn. I mean, just think of it though. Like, if you hadn't been influencing the game, Rabbit, the vision that we've all wanted would still exist. You, sir, are the reason why none of us have fun playing this game. That's just it. I'm sorry. I only tell you this because, you know... oh shit, you showed the cup. Dude, he hates streamers so much. What the hell? He's so... I can't take any of that seriously. What the fuck?
I'm not ready yet.
16 hours a day. That's a lot of playtime. It's crazy because I feel like you're of the sweats, the biggest simp of this game by like miles. I don't understand why he thinks you hate the game and are like just shitting on it all the time. I feel like you do almost nothing but praise the game. I do not understand his hatred. Troy is our original hater. I don't know how else to put it. I don't know if hater's the right word, but like, every single episode of the podcast for the longest time, he would just leave these really angry comments, a lot of the time directed at like the way Rabbit plays the game. It did get toxic towards me sometimes too. I don't think he really ever criticized me so much, but it was just every week he was just enraged. And for a while it was funny, but eventually it was just like, okay, this guy's serious and being just a little unfair. But he very specifically, most of his comments were calling out, like, people who stream and play the game for a job are ruining the game for casuals, is, like, the premise of every one of his comments. And I haven't seen any of his comments for a while. That was a big hit. We're getting fart bomb though. That was some bullshit blinks. The 2-man Arbiter is definitely a much slower fight. That makes it a lot more fun. We'll get a 6-man eventually, Blade. We'll see what the 6-man looks like before long. This stupid attack. Oh, he's getting the worst of the buffs. This buff's dangerous because it gives you the anti-leech buff. We can actually die during this buff. So we gotta be careful with which attacks we hit while he has the purple attack. Like, we don't want to get hit with auto attacks right now, because when he has the purple weapon, it makes him, his attacks give you a buff where you can't regenerate life. And, all my defense is life leech, so... We're just stalling out the buff. It's gone now, so we're good. Now we can take hits. We actually don't care about the ice debuff. When he gets that, we don't give a shit. Come on, bro. I'm standing still.
Could be worse.
We should be expecting a new update for PoE2 soon, yeah? I believe so. So, here's my Copium timeline. We just got announcement of a announcer of announcements. They just announced that GGG Kelly is the new community manager, taking over, like, the communication of the development team on a whole, hopefully. This is something, of all the things we have bitched about on the podcast, I think this is one of the things we've brought up the most. Like, across multiple episodes, we have complained about GGG is one of the best companies in the world, except when it comes to communication. They are ass at it. And we've been given, like, timelines of, like, how this has changed. Like, why this has become this way because of, like, past stuff with previous community managers and how aggressive this community can be. But I'm very excited that we got this announcement. And my guess is that we are getting... we are getting the teaser this week, which means teaser this week, which means announcement next week, I think, which would line up with, like, May 8th as the patch launch. My prediction is May 8th. I think we will all be playing 0.5 May 8th. Miso predicted on his Twitter, he made a tweet saying the same thing. He predicted May 8th, at the latest, May 15th, and the new community manager liked the tweet. So Miso is, like, giga-coping that by May 15th. So soon, very soon. Very, very soon, hopefully, we are all playing a new patch. So the big thing that this patch was supposed to be is the endgame update. So we're absolutely getting that. I think we're getting a lot of other stuff too. I'm coping the fuck out. I am giga cope. I am happy to admit that. I am confident I am league starting a gladiator. Well, actually might not league start gladiator. If we get swords, I could see me league starting swords on a witch hunter. I might play witch hunter swords, but depending on what the gladiator ascendancies are, I could see me playing gladiator. But I don't know, I really love witch hunter. It is so good. $40 million damage there in that instant. I saw the 40 million tag. Not bad. We can definitely handle full group Arbiter. I think we can do it. It might be a longer fight, but... Oh, he was Abyssal wasting. He didn't heal the full. Lame. I hate when that happens. Oh, he's got the purple buff. Rip. Ooh, we almost died that. We're gonna die, we're gonna die, we're gonna die. The ignite? Yeah, we died. We took attack whenever. I risked the attack during the leech effect. No, the diamond! No! No! Oh, I can still get it. Never mind. We're good. We're good. By the way, guys, look what we got earlier. We could have sold it for a mirror, but we sold it for 5,000 divine just to give it to someone for cheap. We got +3 arc earlier. We got fucking +3 arc earlier. From a prism. This is the first good prism of belief I have ever identified. It would have sold... It was listed for a mirror, and we just listed it for 5,000 divine because we don't need the divine, but... First good prism I've ever seen. Feral Invocation. No way that's good. You're going to the Hall of Shame. I'm not even going to look you up. Hall of Shame. Alright, let's send another Uber Arbiter. If you can join the party, we're trying to scale them up. Even if we can't get to 6, I want to see what 3 and 4-man boss looks like. So if you're able to join the party, whisper Cal Thorn Guy or Blade Zero for an invite and just help us scale Arbiter. Every person adds more life to him. The higher we can scale him, the better. Yeah, if we get Fireball into Donut, we one-shot for sure. We absolutely one-shot for sure. Donut is just so good. It's like 40 attacks going off at once. Sorry, I just saw your question, Jorgen. Jorgum. Supporting Fire is awesome. Any new updates on that one? I do plan on doing a League Start update for my Supporting Fire Tactician. And if anybody leading up to 0.5 does like a private league type thing, I will be playtesting Supporting Fire in it. I am hopeful that it's going to get buffs in the patch. But, I do plan on updating my League Start for it. That's one of the few League Starters I plan on updating for 0.5. Yeah, so Adonia's Ego, the buff, it snapshots. So I snapshot all the stats from it. So we're just making the buff as good as possible. And the snapshot absolutely matters. Ooh, that was a fat Thorns hit. That was 17 million. Let's go. Nope, we're gonna go up to +3 after this kill. Nice. Oh, I hate fart bombs. Drop Abyssal Wasting! Drop Abyssal Wasting! Thank you. Alright, give me instant donut. Instant donut. No instant donut. Ugh, this attack. Okay, he's doing ice attack. Oh, I died. We got a low roll leech there for sure. Look how much Thorns damage we did there. I think that was our first Uber Arbiter death we've had in a long time. Oh, look how many Thorns he has on him. That's funny. Oh, I've never died in a party before. I didn't realize you could spectate your friends. Okay. So that's why we call it Gamba Thorns. If you look at our damage, it is a very wide range. It's like 569 to 36,000. So those are the moments where you can die. It's like we obviously hit as low as possible on that Thorns damage, and we did no leech. Oh yeah, you can't kill him. You're on your own. You can't kill him, Blade. You're a poor man now. You're a poor man now. I think that was the first uber low roll we've seen of that on this Blade. How's the boss damage? Boss damage is good. What am I missing? Power treads. You need to, like, zone into the first area, but you don't need to zone into the actual boss fight for this guy. So you just have to, like, I think you just have to enter the portal itself, but you don't have to go down the platform. I'm pretty sure. You can make Thorns lucky, but we are using Painter's Gloves, which converts our elemental damage into tri-element. So our lightning damage is only 1/3 of our damage now. So it's not worth it anymore. This build's a gimmick, so you know. It's got some gimmick shit going on with it at times, unfortunately. But yeah, we've talked about Lucky a lot. Because we're doing tri-elements, it's just not worth it. He missed me? I'm standing still, brother. Again? He just did... Oh, he did that attack. I thought he was doing a different attack. There we go. Ooh, we're getting a lot of low rolls. There we go. I thought I just invited somebody. Alright, it might be up to 4-man now, so that's going to make him super beefy in comparison. Spring hair? I'm pretty sure I'm using spring. Oh, no, yeah. Spring hair is the one down here, right? Spring hair is this one? Yeah. I mean, this would probably be... If you wanted the min-max damage, you could drop... There's a way you could work it in, potentially. I don't know how. It would be through the Megalomaniac. If there was more Megalomaniac options, we would do it through this. It would be possible to work that in. We just don't have that option right now. It's not a bad idea. If you could get a Megalomaniac that has power within and that would be fucking insane. That would be perfect. Maybe you do power within on the struggle stream and you try and get a Megala with Vengeance and Lucky Hair. That would be the only way you do that. Alright, we need 2 more people in the party for a 6-man Uber Arbiter kill. Whisper either Blade Zero or Cal Thorn guy. I'm gonna send a 4-man though, while we're waiting. Yep, second chance, nice. We got a 5-man. Alright, if one person can join the party, just one person can whisper us, we'll have the full 173 million life Arbiter. It's going to be a long-ass fight, but we'll be testing the build to its absolute limits. Yeah, I'll make a video. There'll be a video releasing within the next couple of days. Yeah, don't go down with me. Alright, we'll go ahead and send a 5-man. We'll go ahead and send a 5-man kill. I might have done that whole last kill with my shield on, I just realized. Oops. Okay, let's get the sick double buff. This is already like 140 to 150 million. Excellent. This will be a tough kill then. Oh, we got Soul Licher. We're already locked into the 5-man, I think. I'm guessing his life is already snapshotted at the 5-man life, but maybe it snapshots whenever we start the fight. I'm not sure. Okay, so you can still zone in Solar. All right, so it's going to be 100. I think 6-man Arbiter is 160 or 73 million life. So this is going to be a very difficult kill. Fingers crossed I don't blow it. Luckily, we'll have a couple attempts. Okay. Make sure I get all the right gear on. Res cap. Damage looks right. Alright, everything's right. Am I missing anything? Oh, I'm missing my boots. Stupid ass. Okay. Alright. Our first 6-man Arbiter attempt. Ever. I've never done a 6-man Arbiter before, so this is my first one on any build I've tried. So, hype. Let's see if we can do this. We need fireballs into Donut. The perfect opener. Oh, I was standing still, bro. Oh, we got fireballs. We got fireballs. Boom. Good start. Good start. Give me the donut. Huh? What happened? What happened? How did I one-shot him? Even if he didn't recover, he recovers the half-life. There's no way I did 100 million damage there. If he recovers at half, the Abyss, the Abyss, he was at 1 HP? I thought the Abyss mod was, prevents recovery after half. Yeah, it's life regeneration by 50% for 6 seconds. That had to have been a bug. Because anytime he heals, if he gets affected by Abyssal Wasting, he always ends up at half. I need to look at the YouTube VOD. I don't know what the fuck happened there. Give me a sec. Very confused. That was the perfect opener, at least. Yeah, he didn't go up at all. He stayed at 1 HP. Huh. That was very interesting. He literally just was at 1 HP there. Okay. That was weird. That was very weird. He just stayed at 1 HP for that, so... We had the best opener there. We got the fireball at the start, which was fun to blast them. Let's send another one. Let's send another one so we can try and get a proper phase 2. That does not count as a kill, unfortunately, in my head. As interesting as that was, I want to do 178 million damage to him. You know, that's what we're trying to showcase, is 178 million damage. That was weird. I was shocked. That's so funny. I have killed maybe 1,000 Uber Arbiters at this point across all my characters. I have never seen that happen, funny enough. That is the first time. Fireball in the donut. Fireball in the donut. Oh, someone came down with me. I think if you stay over here, you probably won't aggro him. I'm not sure. I've never done this before. But yeah, just stay over here. Staying there is okay, gotcha.
I need more time for that.
Oh, keep not consuming my power charges. Nice. Good luck. Well. That's so weird. I'm so tilted, man. That's a weird thing to get tilted over, but why did that happen? That was the perfect opener. Fireballs was right out the gate. There we go. Oops. Yeah, at least we confirmed fireballs can one-shot, so... And we at least have the clip of that. If we never get a donut clip, fine. At least we got a clip of the fireball one-shotting Uber Arbiter. Alright, here we go. Attempt 2. Thank you guys for everyone who's helping in the party, by the way. You guys are awesome. Nice 17 mil hit out the gate. Already done 40 million to him. Not bad. Alright, we're getting this phase. Probably in the fart bombs. Oh, he's doing this again. Can we phase him here? He tried to cheese us there. He's a rude boy. Now fart bombs, okay. We're getting an annoying phase 1. That's okay. Uh-oh. You can do it. That was a low roll hit for sure. Oh, here's donuts. All right. Or those fireballs. Give us donuts. Please heal full. Get rid of Abyssal Wasting. Get rid of Abyssal Wasting. Get rid of Abyssal Wasting. Oh my god, he's not healing at all. Abyssal Wasting is really fucking up. I think I know what's happening. I think I know what's happening. There's something fucky going on with Abyssal Wasting and group scaling. And it's like overcompensating and making it extra powerful or something. Yeah, we're just not going to get donut. Well, we got... that sucks. I don't know how to solve that. We just have to get a kill where Abyssal Wasting is... falls off before that debuff happens. Why is he not healing to at least half, though? That's a bug with Uber or group play or something. There's something with group play that's causing the heal to be really weird. Because even on all our normal kills... it was never that weird. Yeah, if you have to drop party, feel free. I know some of you were just wanting to hop in for a single kill. Appreciate you guys helping out. If more people can join the party, whisper Calthorn guy. You can't hang for more kills. Appreciate you guys helping for those 3 kills. I got enough footage from those kills that it's good enough for the video. That's really annoying. Ring swapping mid-fight would be super hard to do. We might just have to, like, not use grip at all. Yeah, like you said. Play some other ring for that fight, or neck for the fight or something for the res. That's super annoying. I'm not sure what to do about that. Here, let's send a 4-man. If you can join the party, whisper Calthorn guy, but no big deal. We've already gotten some good footage. We got a really clean instant donut on phase 1. That shows how much damage it can do. If we don't get the donut clip, it's not the end of the world. We're just being greedy for the perfect clip. I think we've got the we've showcased its damage though with that very first kill we did. We got the instant Arbiter donut. The instant Arbiter fireballs, so... We've showcased its DPS potential. It can do 170 mil damage in a single thing, which is crazy. Oop, I forgot to change chest. I mean, and if that's how this build ends up being, it's still overpowered. Yes, it's exactly. It's still overpowered in the sense that, like, that's overpowered for farming Uber Group Arbiters, you know? Just choked on my spit. Sorry, guys. Didn't mean to cough in your mouth, ears like that. Yeah. I mean, that's still a cool showcase. That's so funny. I've never seen that in so many kills. Even with other Abyssal Wastings. There's something weird going on with the group scaling impacting the Abyssal Wasting or something. Because those aren't happening on my solo kills at all. That would happen on all of my solo kills if that's how it should work. But it's something with the group scaling is throwing it off. Oh, this is bad. No, we're fine. Never mind. Oh! I shouldn't have blinked there. I panicked myself. I was standing still, brother. Hit me! Okay. Please heal the fool. Get rid of Abyssal Wasting. Okay, he got rid of Abyssal Wasting. Maybe he'll heal the fool here. He's healing! Yes! Give me an early donut. Early donut me. Early donut. Donut! Donut! That was big damage. I need to look at the VOD to see. I didn't even see an instance of damage taken. Let me see here. I'm gonna. Okay, I've got the point in the VOD. Let me slow it down to 25%. Let me see if I can see any damage ticks show up. To see, like, so he's at 10 million. Okay, I saw a couple ticks where it went like up 10 mil each to 49 mil, and then from 49 mil he just died. Let me see how much life he had left when we were at 49 mil damage. Okay, so at one point he's at 49 million damage taken, and he has over half his health, and the next tick does half his health, and it just kills him. That was fucking insane damage. Sounding like a donut, sounding like a cop talking like donuts so much. That was cool. If you can join the party to get us up to 6-man, let me know. Or just whisper us in game, Cal Thorn Guy or Blade Zero. We've gotten some pretty good kills, though. If we don't get the full 6-man with the donut, the instant donut, I'm okay. We've already showcased its insane damage. We've got the clips we need. Yeah, I have no idea what's calling the... What's up, by the way, Sour? I have no idea what's causing that bug. It is very odd. It is very odd. Because I've done so many solo kills, and I've never seen Abyssal Wasting keep Uber Arbiter at 1 life before. He was literally at 1 life. He always, if Abyssal Wasting packs Uber Arbiter, it'll sometimes put him at 50%, but never see him like 1%. Or like he literally 1 life. Oh, don't worry, Sour. I don't stream very often. It's even if I had been streaming, you know, even if you had been looking to watch, I've been pretty inconsistent streaming. I had my nephews over a couple weeks ago. They visited. They were the first time I got to meet them, so I spent the entire week with them. And then this week, my game dev studio, we're pushing out patch 0.3 for our game. And this last week has been just an absurd amount of work. I've been wanting to stream a lot lately, but I finally upgraded my PC, so I don't have the crashes anymore. Ooh, instant double buff, hell yeah. So, that helped a lot, and I've just been super busy. But we're releasing a patch this week, so I'm about to be... Like, next week will probably be, like, bug fixing of, like, community report but bugs with the patch. But after that, I'm full-time PoE 2 now. We gotta update all the builds. Basically what Rabbit's been up to, and then hopefully we're getting information soon on the patch. What's the gear swap for? It's to min-max our Adonia's ego buff. This buff gives us a fuckload of damage, and the gear swap lets us min-max it in a weird way. It gives us as many power charges as possible and as much quality as possible. Give us Fireball. Fireball! There we go. 143 million damage there. I saw the tooltip say 143, or the modifier up there say 143. He's at 1 life again. He's at 1 life again. He didn't even have Abyssal Wasting there. What is happening? He's literally not healing. He did not have Abyssal Wasting there. I was looking at it, and he didn't heal at all. Why does this keep happening? Am I bodying him so hard in phase 1, he's just giving up in phase 2? Something about the group scaling is breaking this. And I don't know why. This is... I don't know... Invite the guy that just added me to my friends list? I don't even know who that would be. How do I even open friends list in this game? Look how many requests I have. I don't know how to... I have no idea who he'd even be of these. Just whisper me, type @ and then it's @Cal Thorn guy. Just send me a whisper and I should be able to invite you. It was fine at 4 people, but breaks at 5 to 6. I have no... Yeah, that's so weird. I want to send another one, though. Insomnia, he's 4th on your list. Insomnia. Oh, this guy. I see. Already added. Okay, let's do another one. Thank you for everybody who's been hanging out in the party, by the way. I appreciate the help. I'll be able to edit the video now, finally. And we'll hope... I should have it out in time for the podcast. Before the podcast is out. Yep, if you can hop in our party, probably only doing a couple more attempts. Just whisper Cal Thorn Guide or Blade 0. But yeah, let me go ahead, because someone just asked what is the tech we're doing. So we are using Adonia's Ego's Pinnacle of Power. It gives us a fuckload of elemental damage. That's just the simple of it. It gives you an assload of elemental damage per power charge you consume. So our weapon swap gets us to 13 power charges. All of this gear essentially is getting us a perfect 13 power charges. And then the buff also gets more power based off of the quality. So that's why we have this rare armor. This rare armor has 8% quality on it, as well as its allocated Harsh Winter for a longer skill effect duration. Our necklace has 4 anoints on it. 2 of them are for power charges, 1 of them's for quality, and 1 of them's for buff duration. The weapon swap is just to get as much out of the buff as possible. Or the gear swap is just to get as much buff out of the buff as possible. It's super cheese and silly. Do you have a build guide, especially for this power charge generation buff? No. I don't have a build guide. I'm going to do a showcase this week. I don't know if I'm going to do a build guide, though. Like, I definitely don't think I'm doing a mobalytics with this. I don't want to encourage casuals to try this. There will be a full breakdown of everything we're doing, but, like, just be a video guide. And that'll all be covered in the video guide. But, I don't really want to encourage casuals to try this out. Or make them feel like this is a realistic way to play the game. Because it is a goofy fucking setup. Imagine if you could gear swap with a single button. I've been joking. They need to add Gear Equipper from WoW. To where you can item swap. Item rack from WoW, where you can just press a hotkey and you swap your gear sets. I would love that for this build. That's the true vision of PoE 2. That was 11 million Thorn hit. That was a big Thorn hit there. Please heal the fool. Please heal the fool. Look how low he healed. What is happening? Why this happen? Why this happen? GGG. He's got the purple buff, so we can't take autos right now. You just have to kite until that purple buff falls. Oh, he's fireballing? We'll do that. I just don't understand why this is only happening when we've entered a party of this size. Like, this never, ever happened in the hundreds of solo kills we have done the last week. Something about group play is... I think I'm right when I say, like, the group play scaling is impacting Abyssal... the reduced regeneration from Abyssal wasting in a weird way mathematically. Like... the extra scaling is making this more powerful than it needs to be or something. I don't know. It's a fucking weird one. Okay. I think that's good, guys. I think that's a good test. I will play... I will do another stream tomorrow where we test... we'll do another stream tomorrow and we're going to test more stuff. I'm going to try that tomorrow, Blade. We're going to do the other stuff tomorrow. I'm saving the other group pinnacles for tomorrow. I think we'll be able to do it again tomorrow. And we'll get the other group pinnacles tomorrow. But I appreciate all you guys helping out with this. That was awesome. I mean, we got one good Uber Arbiter clip there. 170-something million damage with that first fireball. So thanks to you guys for helping out with the party. Y'all are free from the group Arbiter prison. So even if we don't gear swap, this would still be good? No. I mean, Thorns builds are good without playing like this, but I don't think you're going to do the Adonias without a gear swap. Thanks, Krunglor. I appreciate you guys helping out. This was super fun. I'll be streaming this again tomorrow. We're going to get the final clips we need from the group play. And then the Thursday stream, we're going to stream into the podcast. I don't know if we'll still be playing this build then, but... shout out to everyone that's helped out with this build. Blade, almost last one. Everyone that's donated currency. Everyone that just helped with the group scaling. This has been a super cool build. I've never done a project or a build where I've scaled it this high, so this was super cool. We're going to stream again tomorrow. We're going to get the last of the Pinnacle bosses on group content. But I'm going to call the stream there. We will get the rest of the footage tomorrow. Let's see here. Who's a small PoE streamer I can host? Let's see someone who needs some views today. Let's send some love to somebody. There's usually a bunch of people I recognize in the 10s, but I don't see any of them on right now. Hobaz? Sure, I'll send them to Hobaz. We're going to send a big raid over to Hobaz. Thanks everybody hanging out today. It was fun to push this build. We're going to be streaming it one more day tomorrow. And then we got the podcast this Thursday with Darth Microtransaction. So, if I don't see you guys in my next 2 morning streams, I will see you guys on the podcast. And hopefully by then we have some news, so... Cheers, guys. Have a good one. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. I'll see y'all tomorrow.